All right, long-time foreheads, you remember this dude. Brent Stevens, back. What's up, brother?
It's good to be here.
Yeah, it's good to have you back, man.
I've been looking forward to this for a while.
Yeah, and marked on the calendar. We're Xing down every day.
Yep.
And typically we're always doing movie reviews.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing live action now. We're reviewing Waitress the musical.
I'm expanding, right?
Yeah, a little bit. But I guess for the folks, how you been, man? What's been going on?
I'm great. I've completely changed careers. I used to be at Hollins and teaching film and writing, and now I'm at 5 Points Creative, and I kind of get to do what you get to do, Logan.
Yeah?
I get to listen to people's stories and ask them questions and then try to share the good that they're doing out in the valley.
That's when it's hard, dude. There can never be too many of us.
Exactly.
Because there's a lot of good stories. If anything, we just learned from Keanu Price and the 100 Heroes.
Yes.
There's a lot of wonderful stories. Yeah, there's plenty of bad. We know that, but there's a lot of good out there. So we've had Waitress on the show, man, several times I feel like here in the last few weeks.
Yeah. So
and this is a big musical too.
It is, and it's kind of a new story for Roanoke, right? I mean, like, it's not your typical My Fair Lady or the musicals that people know. This is kind of an unusual musical.
And this is was it originally the musical, or was it the movie turned musical?
Yeah, and it's funny. It was a movie in 2007. I think it was Andy Griffith's last role, and he's
Really?
incredible in it. But it's got kind of a tragic story. The writer and director of the movie was killed right before it was released into the public. And you know, the movie is wonderful, this sweet little story. But if you had asked me, okay, so how would this movie become a musical? I go, I don't see it as a musical. But then Sarah Bareilles came on and added the music and turned it into a really, really fun time.
I had no idea. I'll be honest, I've never seen the movie or the actual live play. So it sounds like I need to get on it.
You got to get to Mill Mountain.
Seriously, because they do a wonderful job over there. So I guess how was it? You've seen it?
It's incredible. You know, it's really, I think it's a story that a lot of people are going to relate to. Mm-hmm. It's about this waitress named Jenna, and she's got the usual money problems and a kind of a boss that she doesn't like, and she's in a bad marriage.
Yeah.
And one of the lyrics describes her as, she is messy but kind. And I think that's something that a lot of women can relate to out there, right? That, you know, that they're got a lot of good in them, but you know, life's messy, and you just kind of do the best that you can.
Well, and you're seeing some of the pictures here. If you've never been over to a Mill Mountain production, I mean, you see it's top notch. This is, you know, they're not just slapping cardboard up there. I mean, they're really putting it up well. What makes this particular play, I guess, so special? I know you talk about how the women might be able to relate. How can the guys relate?
Yeah, I mean, well, I think that well, for one thing, it's featured. One of its features is food.
Mm-hmm.
Jenna expresses herself through pie, and I was raised by 3 Depression-era grandmothers, and you know when food has got love in it, right?
Oh,
you
yeah.
can taste it. You know from Hometown Eats.
Yes, they say it all the time. It's like there's. Who was it? It was when I was at La Villa recently. The gentleman that owns that from Italy, and he's saying, you know, I could make a dish. You could make grilled cheese.
Right.
Nothing's easier than grilled cheese, but it's not as good as your mom's.
Yep.
Because it's the love that they put in it.
Yep.
And this is the same instance.
Yeah, and so she names her pies after what's going on in her life. Like she's got one called "Baby Waking Up in the Middle of the Night and Ruining My Life Pie." Right. And so she sort of expressed
relatable.
Yeah, right. And so that's what I'm saying. But you're asking about the guys. I mean, I think everybody, we eat all the time, right? And like when we eat, our emotions, and this play kind of brings that to the fore.
And people need to see this thing before it's over.
Yeah, definitely. It runs through the 30th, and you can get tickets at millmountain.org. But you know, one of the things that I love about it is all the little details. So one of the things I think that plays struggle with is how do you get the furniture on and off and the sets on and off. And they do this really cool thing. The ensemble, the people that are in the background of the booths in the diner, are also the stage people, and they seamlessly kind of move. It's sort of a joy to watch, even just the business of the changing of the sets and stuff on this play.
How about
it's so
that?
real well prepared.
They're kind of the background and the roadies.
Yeah.
They're the MMJs of the theater.
There you go.
There's your little TV reference. We got to have you back, man.
All right,
Yeah.
I'm
What do you say?
excited. Yeah, definitely.
We'll figure something out.